Today I wanted to talk about managing my weight and dealing with obesity. Since about 2022, I have been following a more medical model, and it has had its ups and downs. Um, Prior to that, I used to follow a kind of strict version of Overeaters Anonymous. But like at this phase in my life, I need to be more flexible with what I eat. I'm still trying to cut back on flour and sugar and processed foods, but I kind of realize that I can't completely avoid them. So I'm kind of trying to be more moderate. I did start weight loss injections in 2022. From early 2024, I went from about 280 pounds to 235 on Wegovy. But then I had to stop because it was no longer covered by my insurance. And since then, I regained about 55 pounds and I'm up to like 290 now. So I made the decision to start back on the Wegovy or semaglutide, and I started a low dose again, just in week one actually. And I am now tracking my food on Cronometer. And I'm aiming for like 1,800 calories a day. Still have some of the behavioral problems like nighttime eating. That kind of is a challenge for me. I will wake up hungry and need to have like a midnight snack to go back to sleep. Um, and then also having a desk job. I am trying to be more active in spite of it. This extra weight is causing a lot of mobility issues, and it makes like moving more difficult. It's a long-term struggle, um, but we're just gonna work at it again. So this month, my goals are to increase my fluids. I'm drinking like 64 ounces of water a day, and then I'm eating 3 high-protein meals a day. I'm also trying to make sure I walk for about 20 minutes a day. It's been a little harder to do that, but I did recently switch from MyFitnessPal to Cronometer. There are apps that are available, and I use them to track my food. And one of the things I like about Cronometer is you can track your micronutrients. And on the desktop version, there's a kind of like a link, and you can ask it to suggest meals. I wanted to show you what my diary looks like on Cronometer here. Um, so I actually filled in the time here. If you click on anything, it will add the time in. But these I put in because they're my usual times for having things. Now, so what this does is this will calculate all your targets for you. It gives you the energy, the amount of protein. Now I'm trying to get 30% protein here. Actually, I've eaten 30% of protein. And I've eaten all the carbohydrates that I should have today because that's up to 100%. and then these are the fats. So, but one of the features that I really like, you can track your water over here. So actually I did have another water, so I'm going to track that. Okay. And it gives you like your nutrition scores. So far today, these are my scores. It gives you a breakdown of the vitamins. Now, I do take a multivitamin. I have the Nature Made Diabetes Health Pack that I take in the morning, every morning. I did want to demonstrate one of the features that I like. They don't have this on the app on your phone. I haven't figured out where that is, but here you can ask it to, since I need to plan my dinner, you can ask it to suggest food. So I'm going to click on that, and it brings you here to this field. If you have a special diet, you can put that in here. I don't really have anything special today, but I need some suggestions for what to have for dinner based on what I've eaten today. So I'm going to click dinner, and then you click get suggestions, and I guess it uses AI, and it will give you like a bunch of ideas here. And then if none of these look interesting to you, you can say generate new results. And so this, let's see, this looks good to me. This chicken Caesar salad, that might be good. I'm thinking about a salad tonight. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, chicken Caesar salad, and I'm going to add it to my diary. Okay, and it just kind of like puts it up at the top. So it says Caesar dressing, chicken breast 4 ounces. So I need to move these down to my dinner. So you can just like move them down here to dinner. Okay, I'm gonna move all it kind of uncategorizes it, but everything related to that, I'm gonna move down here. Okay. Lemon juice, I have that. I'm probably not going to have the croutons. Okay, we got my lettuce here. Okay, got my waters up there. Let's see. I'm going to just delete this, okay, because I'm probably not going to have croutons on it. All right, so that just adds it in. Now I can look and see how I'm doing with my macros. I actually have only had 52% of the protein that I need for the day. I went a little bit over on the carbs, so it probably would be good for me to have like a high protein or some kind of additional protein. And maybe I can actually change this to, I can actually have 6 ounces of protein of the chicken breast. So that gives me a little more protein. That's 116.8 grams, which that's a decent amount of protein. So anyway, you get the idea. And that would be almost 1,500 calories for the day. So I still can add more food in, but yeah, so it's a nice tool. So I hope that was helpful. But with the GLP-1, this is a medication that mimics this hormone. And the GLP-1 hormone, and this hormone helps to regulate your appetite and food intake, and it works by slowing gastric emptying. It reduces hunger and it increases feeling of fullness. And that makes it an effective tool for weight management. And especially when you combine it with lifestyle changes like diet and exercise. So since the GLP-1 encourages a higher protein intake, or medical professionals encourage that when you're on GLP-1, I have set my protein goal at about 40% of my total calories. And so I'm trying to approach it without judgment and trying to stay within the, the calorie deficit I need for like a steady progress or weight loss. So it'll probably take me over a year to get where I want to be. Now, this would not work with Overeaters Anonymous, but I still appreciate the model that I had for like many years. It's recovery focused, and that is like a helpful way to look at things. I have been sober from alcohol for over 40 years, since about 1984. And so I do value the structure that different anonymous programs offer. I also wanted to mention that on the Cronometer app on my desktop, I actually use the desktop and the phone app. So when I'm on the go, I typically use the phone app. So I'm going back and forth. And even when I was in OA, tracking my food was very important. It's like a carryover from those days. And I would write my food down every day and weigh and measure it. So this is like one of the things that I like about using these apps. Now, Cronometer has a custom recipe tool, and that is helpful when you're doing family meals because you can figure out the calories per serving. So I am currently on week 1 of the semaglutide on a very low dose. It has some vitamin vitamin B16, I think it is, with it. But anyway, I can feel the effects. There is some appetite suppression that I'm so grateful for. My feet don't feel as bad. And I decided to go back on it for the heart benefits. And this time I'm not feeling the negative effects as much. I'm hopeful that I'll have some success. And my goal is to be able to get back into the clothes that I normally like to wear, and also to improve my health status and have more energy and improve my mobility. So thanks for listening, and I hope that my experience can help someone who is on their own journey. All right, have a great day.